Now, y'all, I know this seemed like a different day, but it's not. It's the same day. I went to go take a shower, new shirt, new pants. Y'all ain't even know what pants I was wearing last time. So, yeah, these is... I don't really care, but that's not the point of the video. What is up, guys? It's your boy Mo. I done forgot about the whole outro. What is up, guys? It's your boy Mo, and today we're watching a video called The Real Chief Keef Story Documentary by Publish X. Now, hopefully, I don't get a copyright strike for reacting to this. Cause I know some people, they like to be little corny ass motherfuckers, and they like to request a copyright strike to get on your stuff, or request your stuff to be taken down because you reacted to one of their videos. So hopefully they don't do that. Inshallah they don't do that. But no further ado, we finna get into this documentary. I don't even remember watching this shit, even though I probably did once. But I really like to watch stuff like this. Let me know if y'all want me to watch more videos related to the whole interesting drill movement. I just call it a drill movement because if you think about it, y'all, it don't even really just... I'm going to really keep it a buck with you. It's not just in Chicago no more. Like, it's everywhere. New York, Philly. Philly got it way better than everybody, though, damn near. Philly is, like, literally the closest drill movement to, like, the original shit. You know what I mean? I really say that. Interesting. Get y'all snacks, nigga. Yo, I remember that scene too.
Keith Cozart was born August 15, 1995 in Chicago, Illinois.
I feel like
named
every
after
boy
his
had
uncle
a Chief
Carter,
era
who was
growing
also
up.
known
Even
by
me.
Big Keef. He was raised in the Parkway Garden Apartments, or O Block. O Block is located in the Washington Park neighborhood in the South Side. It's known for being one of the most dangerous, if not the most dangerous blocks in the city. The area is predominantly controlled by the Black Disciples, or BDs, which Keith would become associated with at a young age. His passion for music has always been there, and he recalls
Hopefully my
memories as a
shit don't turn
5-year-old
make a video. I'm
freestyling on his
switching the
mom's
cameras.
karaoke machine. He would put blank tapes in the machine and record himself to weak-ass beats, in his own words. But it wasn't until 2008, when Keith was 12 years old, that he started recording full-length songs and releasing them. This was after he met DJ Ken, a Japanese music producer who had just moved to the United States and was living in Chicago now. DJ Ken would meet him through his uncle Big Keef while walking his dog one day. The two became acquainted and started talking about making music together. Over the course of a year or two, they would record multiple songs while learning the process.
Oh, that's tough. So that means Chief
In
Keef
2009,
wasn't
at just
even
14 years
really,
old,
like,
Keith and
crazy.
DJ Ken
He was in there,
released a
but
small
he
mixtape
kind of
called
just had
UF
that
Overload,
for,
and birthing the beginning of Chief
know.
Keef. The tape has been somewhat erased off the internet, but you can still find a few songs online. The tape includes the song Dead and Gone, which he wrote for a girl named Kita who had passed away. The song showcases a very early version of his rap style, before the up-tempo drill beats. But in 2010, DJ Ken and Sosa dropped Moolah Express, which showed more of his drill side, and was a step up from his first mixtape. This year he would drop out of Diet High School for somewhat unknown reasons, but this is also a time where he was getting heavily caught up.
I like when he do that
streets.
little effect before he
In early
switched the scenes and
2011, he
shit.
was arrested on charges for heroin manufacturing and distribution. As a juvenile, he was determined to be delinquent rather than guilty, and he was placed on house arrest.
Is that wait, I know what, I'm not finna be federal. That's crazy.
First, The Glory Road, and shortly after, Bang. After the release of Bang, Chief Keef had the whole city of Chicago taking notice of his hard work. The mixtape started buzzing in the streets and would only gain more popularity after the Bang music video was released online. Chief Keef wasn't just a 16-year-old writing lyrics he thought sounded good.
I'm gonna keep it a beam. I feel like I'm the most similar to Chief Keef in like a little bit of ways. Like, I'll say my creativity and, you know, my little, like, I don't really know how to explain it to you, but it's just like a lot of similarities. It's like, even the type of, you know, allegations he get. Like, I remember the time niggas tried to say he was slow, or they tried to say he might be slow, but he really not. Like, he was just, the reason the interviews was just so, like, how it was, like, you would think it's something wrong with him, is because he was just getting used to making interviews and shit. It's real hard for people that got, you know, PTSD, all that other type of stuff. It's very hard for them to just get used to something like real fast, like.
But rather documenting the life he was really living in Southside Chicago. Shortly after the release of Bang, he found himself in some trouble once again.
But it's just like, that's that ass my same personality you're kind of looking
Earlier
at.
this year, Kozart did 2 months in jail for probation violation. Probation from a conviction for pointing a gun at a police
He basically just a.
In late 2011, he was leaving his
He
grandmother's
basically
house
just
holding
a
coat over
evil
his
mode.
hands.
That's what
Police
I'm.
officer stopped him. Keith dropped his coat, flashed the handgun at
Yeah,
an
I'm
officer,
crying.
and
What
ran
the
away.
fuck?
The officer chased him down the block to where Chief Keef turned around several times, pointing the gun at him, causing the officer to shoot a number of rounds at him, just barely missing. He was eventually ran down and caught with the loaded weapon. He was arrested on multiple counts of aggravated assault and unlawful use of a firearm. He was held at the Cook County Juvenile Detention Center until a judge sentenced him to home confinement at his grandmother's. While confined to his grandmother's house, all he could do was perfect his craft. It was here that he would meet another producer through Facebook and mutual friends, and this would change his sound forever. Chief Keef and Young Chop would meet up at Keef's grandmother's and begin collabing, recording a number of songs, but it wouldn't take long for the two to make a hit. On March 6, 2012, Chief Keef uploaded a new song to his YouTube titled Don't Like, featuring Lil Reese. He even included the words leaked at the end of the title in an attempt to promote the song. Something he did a lot in his early career, which did
That's
in turn help the song gain more views.
Y'all see
The
that,
song
bro?
took off
That's
in the
literally
city
my
and quickly
dream. I had a
gained over
dream about that
50,000
last night. Like that
plays
shit.
on YouTube.
That
This was enough
same
to catch the
joint
attention of
happened in
Chicago
some of my
veteran
YouTube
Kanye
videos. Just the
West.
views just going
Kanye
up
West
out of
wasted
nowhere.
no time
I'll be
hopping
looking
on
at my
the
shit a
mix with
lot.
Pusha T, Big Sean, and Jadakiss, bringing tens of millions of new listeners to Chief Keef's music. A local party promoter called it the perfect Chicago song because people just hate everything out here. At 16 years old and what seemed like overnight, the name Chief Keef became a household name. With all eyes on him, he released 4 mixtapes in a 6-month period leading up to his debut album. This started a massive bidding war between labels who were looking to sign the 16-year-old superstar. He ended up landing a record deal through Interscope, which also came with a second deal for his Glory Boys entertainment crew, putting his entire team on the map. Although his deal would amount to over $6 million over 3 years, it came with a lot of strings attached as well. If his debut album didn't sell 250,000 copies by a certain date, Interscope had the rights to drop Chief Keef. Finally Rich was released December 18, 2012 and sold 50,000 copies its first week, debuting at number
50,000?
29
That's
on the Billboard.
crazy.
The tape included multiple hit songs like Love Sosa, Don't Like, and Hate Being Sober. Although these numbers were impressive for a kid who was living with his grandma just a year before, he didn't meet the sales numbers Interscope envisioned. This would mark the beginning of an awkward relationship between Sosa and his label. He would often miss shows for no apparent reason and continued to have run-ins with the law.
They gotta realize that
violated
he
his
just
probation
now coming
multiple
up.
times,
It
giving
need to be
critics
a
the
little bit of
impression
leeway
he may not
somewhere.
last long in the music world. In 2013, Chief Keef continued to stay one of the most sought-after artists, who never left his fans without new music. He even had a feature on Kanye West's album, Yeezus. He dropped an additional 3 mixtapes that year, which included the highly anticipated Bang 2, which was released on his 18th birthday. The tapes would all do pretty well, but they also started to receive lower reviews, not just from music critics, but fans as well. It was apparent his flows that were so outspoken and dominant from his album and prior mixtapes were lacking in his newer releases. He went public stating his former lean addiction and bad mixing contributed to the lack of quality. In March 2014, Keef released the first official single from Bang 3 entitled Fuck Rehab, featuring his fellow Glow Gang
He
artist
said
and
that
cousin
shit?
Blood Money. Unfortunately, just a few weeks later, Blood Money would pass away to gun violence in Chicago. He continued to work on new mixtapes in between tours and started making beats as a new hobby. He would showcase this on all 3 of his projects in 2014, especially the tape Back from the Dead that he produced 80% by himself. But in October of 2014, he announced on Twitter that he had been dropped from Interscope Records. He made the decision to relocate from Chicago to LA, where he picked up more hobbies like art collecting and old school arcade games. Even though getting dropped from his major deal may have sounded like bad news, it seemed to be good for Sosa, and if anything it motivated him to go even harder into 2015. In the midst of all this, he would release a music video for Ain't Missing You, which was a tribute to his late cousin Blood Money, aka Big Low.
Wait, he got dropped from Interscope Records? Wait, so who did he go to next?
Just a week later, he would lose another Glow Gang member, Capo, to a drive-by shooting. This helped assure that he made the right
I heard
decision by
about
moving
that.
to
That's
LA.
crazy.
This was the start of a quiet era for Chief Keef, and he basically stopped.
Nah, that shit was fucked up, yo, because they had a
in
whole
March of
video
2016,
out
he tweeted
somewhere
that he
of
was
Capo
retiring
laying
from
on the
music.
ground.
This would last over a year into early 2017.
Like, those people like helping
finally
him, trying to keep him
returned
up
with his
everything.
2017 mixtape. After returning from retirement, Chief Keef has gone on to release an additional 20 projects from 2017.
Nah, shit was definitely tough back in the day when he
including
was
huge
tweeting.
production
That
credits
was
like
good
Lil
times.
Uzi's Chrome Heart tags.
Everything in life is so ass.
In January of
Like,
2018,
that's why people
Sosa
don't
would
do the
once
same
again
shit.
find himself burying a cousin and icon Fredo Santana after he suffered a seizure. Despite losing countless brothers, family members, and friends, Chief Keef has managed to stay relevant almost a decade after his breakthrough song. He's been credited with influencing an entire generation of rappers after him, changing the sound
What the
of hip-hop
fuck?
and being one of the
Nick
first
said.
people to put Chicago drill on the map.
Yo, how the fuck did he stay still doing that? Or I ain't gonna lie, yo, that's the end of the video. You know what I mean? I basically recorded this just so I can get my little brainstorming back up of the content I need to be putting out. But yeah, we out, we bipping.